So as soon as my mama hung up the phone, I kid you not, 10 minutes later, I get a call from Katie, the general manager at my eye doctor, offering me the position. She said that they agreed to pay me that $17.50, and I'm just like, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it. So she was just like, she was gonna start up all the paperwork, send me over the offer letter, and then get me my start date. I'm like, all right, cool. So hung up the phone with her, called Marlon, let Marlon know that, like, look, I just accepted the job, and my eye doctor, they gonna let me know when I'm gonna be starting. He's like, all right, cool. How much you gonna be making? I was like, it's the $17.50, but I'll make it work. Like I'll figure out a way to make it work. He's like, oh, I'm so proud of you. When we get off, me, you, and the boys, you can go grab something to eat, like go out to dinner and celebrate. Mommy finally got a new job. She got a new job. Like, I know you're gonna be missing the cart, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. You got a job. I'm like, yeah, everything's yeah, it's looking up. He's like, it's looking up for you. It's looking up. I'm like, yeah. Cause it's been dark for a while. It's really been dark for a while. So yeah, it's looking up. It's looking up. He's like, I'm so proud of you. Like, all right, cool. Hung up the phone. That night, we did end up going out and get something to eat. And he also let me know that Dougie was coming into town. Was supposed to be coming into town in a few weeks. The first week of June, Dougie was coming to town, and she was going to if it's okay if she stays with us. And I'm like, yeah, sure, because we had already got it situated that Jackson was going with his dad for the summer, and Kyan was supposed to be going with, Pop and Lovey for the summer if they're able to get him. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's gonna be kid-free summer. Well, not really kid-free. I still gotta worry about Carter, but Jackson's gonna be gone, Kyan's gonna be gone, and all I have to do is worry about, Carter. And at this time, I was still like talking to my lawyer because we still haven't had a final hearing for, the court, like for the whole custody case from when I was in Maryland. And every time I reached out to them, they said they was gonna, contact the judge to like see when the date, but I never got a date. So I'm just going about everything, just waiting for a date, because I'm just like, look, I'm back in Savannah. We can do things, differently this time. So as the days go by, one day I was still hadn't got my start date from my eye doctor. So as I was waiting for on that, I was dashing during the cart. And at this time, Marlon had the network with Jackson School, like I had told y'all, and he was now selling the Italian ice at the track meets. So we would go to the track meets, sell the ice there, make money. So one day I get an email. I'm out dashing. I'm checking my email. They gave me a start date for my eye doctor for May 15th. But when that time came around, they said they're pushing it back because they have to get finish finalizing my paperwork. So they pushing it back. So my new start date was going to be May the 23rd, 24th. I'm like, all right, cool. End of May, it's still good, still fine, whatever. So I'm out dashing, and I get an email that says there's been files uploaded in my case files. My case files is the thing that I have with my lawyer, where we exchange like information. Like whenever they need me to do something, they'll upload it to my case files, whatever. So I saw that email and I'm like, oh, what is this? They finally got a hearing. I open up my case files. I opened up what it was, and it was the custody order. And I'm like, what? I'm reading it, and apparently the judge had came to a decision. I don't know how the judge came to a decision, and we didn't even go back to court. And I've been telling my lawyer that, look, I'm back in Savannah. I'm not in Maryland, so we need to change some things because everything was predicated on me being in Maryland, but I'm back. But we didn't even get a chance to change those things because we didn't go back before a judge. So I'm reading it over, and I see that they gave Carter's dad full custody on the basis of not uprooting Carter. It stated that Carter, for the last 2 years, Carter had been, with his dad in Savannah, and it's in the best interest of the child to just stay there because he had been there for 2 years. So I'm just like, they awarded Carter's dad full custody because they thought that I was still in Maryland. And I'm just like, no, I'm back in Savannah. Like, yo, what the fuck? And then I saw that during the temporary custody, I had Carter every other weekend. But with this thing now that's signed by a judge, I only get Carter on federal holidays. When it's a weekend before a federal holiday, I get Carter. Or when he's out for the holidays, like the Thanksgiving and Christmas, we split that apart. And for that summer, they said that I only can get Carter for 2 weeks out of the summer, and the 2 weeks not being consecutive, meaning I get 1 full week in June, 1 full week in July. And I'm just like, what the fuck? My time with Carter has been cut. Like, what? And I am back in Savannah. I'm like, this makes no sense. So I'm reading, and mind y'all, I am still driving while I'm reading. So I pull over and I call Carter's dad. He answered. I'm like, Terry, did you know that was a new custody order? And he was like, what? I'm like, yes, there's a new custody order. It was just emailed to me. He was like, huh? I'm like, yes, and we didn't go before a judge. I'm like, I'm about to email it to you now. And I forward him the email. And then he hit me back. He was like, don't worry, this is crazy. Like, my lawyer didn't tell me anything. He didn't even give me no paperwork. I'm like, this is crazy because I haven't had a conversation with my lawyer about anything. Like, how can the judge make a decision? And we ain't even been back before the judge, like, to even have a hearing. Like, this does not make sense at all. Like, in no way, shape, or form at all. I don't like this. And Martin just like, yeah, not Martin. Terry was just like, yeah, I know. Hold on, let me call my lawyer. So I'm like, all right, cool. He got off the phone. When he got off the phone, I called my lawyer, and I'm just like, hey, what's going on? I left a message with the receptionist or whatever at the desk for him to give me a call, because I'm just like, I just got some documents uploaded in my case file, said the decision on our hearing was made, and we didn't even go to court. I need him to call me back ASAP, like as soon as possible. She's like, all right. Within 10 minutes, my lawyer was calling me back. He was like, hey, Miss Smith, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the judge, but I was trying to get a hearing, and then I saw that, he had already made his decision. I'm like, well, how is that even possible? Because I'm back in Savannah. They made the decision as if I was living in Maryland. But I'm like, but I'm back. He was like, yeah, I can see, but what we can file a motion for reconsideration. And if you want to rehire me as your attorney, I'll only charge you $1,000 for that. I'm like, a motion for reconsider. What does that mean? He's like, that just means we don't agree with this agreement, and we're going to go back before the judge for him to amend it. But I'm just like, we didn't even go before a judge the first time. How can I guarantee that I'm going to get a hearing in front of a judge? He's like, well, we'll put the order in to make sure. That's why we have to do the reconsideration within 30 days of, the original notice. But yeah, if you want to rehire me on, it's going to be $1,000. I was like, okay. And I hung up. And then my mom like, nigga, I'm not paying you no more money because I already done paid you $8,500 the first time, and then apparently we lost. And now you saying I got to pay you $1,000 more for the reconsideration, when all you had to do was get me before the judge so I can be like, hey, judge, I'm back in Savannah, and we wouldn't even have to do this whole reconsideration shit. This don't even make sense to me. So I'm mad. I'm pissed. So I'm texting Carter's dad. I'm like, yo, I'm losing time with Carter. And he gonna say, well, if you want extra time, all you have to do is like let me know that you want extra time, and I give you extra time. But I'm like, every time I ask you for extra time, you don't give me extra time. And then they got me paying child support. They want me to pay you $347 in child support. I'm like, I don't even have a job right now. I'm like, I ain't even started my job right now. So they basing this off of me having income when I don't even have no income. And he don't say, well, in Georgia, the state minimum is $350, and they did calculate it based on you not having any income. I'm like, no, they didn't. They calculated based on the $3,600 that I said I was making when I was in Maryland working at Solomon I. They didn't calculate it on the 0%, and I don't give a fuck about the $350 being the state minimum. I'm like, that's a lie, because Jackson's dad pays $147 a month in child support. So I'm like, I know it ain't no state minimum. They base it off of how much you make. Like, I'm I'm not making anything. They based it off of me having $3,600 a month and you making $14,000 a month. That's what they based off all worksheet. We didn't go and do any more new worksheets or anything. I'm like, this is bullshit. And he gonna text me back, well, we ain't got to worry about the child support. I don't care about the child support. All I care is about Carter. All I care about that Carter is safe. He's good. I'm like, and that's all I care about too. But I want my time with Carter. And I know you're not going to give me that extra time that I need with Carter.